next on the docket, and it's actually something we didn't talk about earlier, so I'm going to
Ooh.
throw it at you now.
Oh, nice.
Hey,
Because you,
yummy.
Anth, has been watching the Dallas Cowboys.
See, I was
Cheerleaders.
kind of waiting for this till you guys watched it, just so we could have something to talk
but-
about.
Well,
It's if you type in if you go into type in Dallas Cowboys,
That's
and Google
all
right
that
now,
tops up.
That's all that
so
comes
it
up
might
right
make.
now.
That's kind of I was hoping you
Well,
guys would watch it so that we could. Maybe you guys got to power watch it so that we can talk about it on Sunday.
I will.
what? Oh, okay.
Hey, I'll blitz it.
You gotta
What?
blitz
I'm
it.
like, man, I'm so tired for some reason. Why? Oh, I watched the Dallas
AJ's
Cowboys
gonna be
game.
tired. He's gonna have about 25 baits while he's watching.
I got 10 minutes in. I had to pause it.
I paused it in the intro. Why? I don't know.
Had a bait.
Guess what?
I'm like-
got too fiery.
Hey, send me all the photos of the Dallas Cowboys cheerleader locker room that we took. Why? Because I want to match up their locker rooms when I need to know where they sit so I can match up their faces. No, but okay, we will do a better breakdown. But I just want to know what's your first kind of take on it, and then we can have a bigger discussion after me and Adam watch some episodes.
Okay, so I've really enjoyed it. Actually, Tay and I are about 3 episodes in. One thing, they're all super hot, super athletic, super talented, and they all have like crazy jobs. They're all like orthodontists and like they have really great jobs because the Dallas Cowboys only pay their cheerleaders $500 a game. That's it.
Now, did they say why in it?
I'll tell you why. Supply and demand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. So.
Well, but so
You know
they,
how many people would be like interested in being a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader?
well, it shows that they already have the interest. There's so many people that want to be Dallas Cowboys
it's
cheerleaders.
so hard
and-
to be a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader.
Well, they're
too.
kind of using it against them because they want to be this Dallas Cowboys cheerleader so bad that most of them aren't doing it because of the money. They're not doing it for monetary value. They're doing it because they're all great dancers and they've all had this dream of being Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders because the brand of the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, the DCC, is its whole entity, like outside the Cowboys. So when the Joneses came on, and it dives into this in the episode, Charlotte Jones, Jerry Jones's daughter, actually kind of started turning them into their own brand, where before they were the first cheerleaders ever shown on TV, and they were just kind of, nothing crazy. But then they turned it, when the Joneses took over, they turned it into their own brand, and it's taken off, right? When I think back to all the games we've been to, I don't think I've ever even looked. Granted, we're 500, we're like 5,000 feet in the air.
You didn't look because you can't see them without binos.
You couldn't see them without binos because we're in the nosebleeds. But it's been really good, and it dives into the backstory, dives into the crazy shit that they have to do, the amount of training they do, the little that they get paid.
Yeah.
That's kind of been the biggest talking point around the internet right now is how little they're paid.
Is it unique? Sorry, is it unique to the Cowboys, or is it kind of like that's the going rate depending on where you go?
Haven't checked.
'Cause
Haven't checked.
Here's the thing.
Probably, I'd imagine that that's probably the going rate for cheerleaders.
But as a people might hate on me for this, and I haven't watched the series, so I might change my opinion. But I'm definitely the benefit that a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader could get if she wanted to continue to she could open up her own dance studio and probably make a shit ton more money because she's a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader. So there is that by me having my name attached to this brand, I can go off and do more things. Now, not everyone has the time or know or will to do that, but that's what I always think about is sure, it might be $500.
Well, and it's just
500 USD too.
Yeah, so that's like $750 Canadian. But you don't hear any of the cheerleaders, any of the gals dancing for it or trying to become it, complain about the money. It's more the internet. The internet's like $500, blah, thinking
because
it's
Charlotte
crazy.
Jones will kill them if they talk bad about them. Right?
Yeah, she's like,
I'll slit your throat if you say anything.
Hi, if you say anything bad about us.
But you got to think that the Jones family watched this documentary after it was made, and they had to give it the okay.
I'm 100%.
Yeah,
and I think
it's worked. Everybody's talking about this. Everybody's talking about it. They released it at the perfect time when football news is dead, essentially. And like Ad said, you type Dallas Cowboys right now, and everything that pops up is about this documentary.
Can you double check some behind baseball? Because I know the Cowboys Association, I don't know if Jerry Jones or someone has a response to the negative feedback about 500. They have, so we could bring that up and talk about it. I was going to say, they're just talking about $500 per game. Do they get a different per diem? Do they get a different salary for that? Because they're not just doing, it's not like, hey, you got to do 8 months of training for $500 per game. there must be some sort
they
of like
do.
base salary that
they
they get.
They come out and when they're in training and auditioning and stuff, I think they get put up in a hotel and they probably get like a food allowance.
Yeah, but
they shut their lives down basically.
yeah, but I mean, so like for all season, because they're probably
Well, they just do home games.
They just do home games, but they have practices and whatnot.
Yeah.
I'm sure they get like a weekly salary as well.
I don't think
You're
they do.
gonna have to watch the series.
I know. Now,
It's
you're
been good though.
arguing with Anthony.
Yeah. They haven't said anything about
no,
it.
I'm not arguing with him. I'm just saying.
I feel like how I talk when I talk to you, I feel like you're talking to me like that. Like, why are you yelling at me about this?
Kilo
I've
C
only-
says DC cheerleader folklore question mark.
It's been good. It's been good. It's been interesting. And one thing I didn't know is, as a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader, you can only do 5 years. After you've been a Cowboys cheerleader for 5 years, you have to retire.
I don't want no 27-year-old hag on my squad. Get her off the field.
I don't want no 27-year-old saggy titted bitch.
Well, no,
It's like, whoa, Charlotte.
So-
Charlotte, relax. Why do you first of all, why do you sound like Jerry Jones exactly?
And why do you look like Stephen Jones? I did watch
They're
the
twins.
first. I did watch.
Did you know
the,
that?
No, I didn't.
No, they're not.
Oh my god.
I did watch the first 5 minutes. So I've seen the first 5 minutes of the first episode, and they were.
So you made fun of AJ making 10 minutes, and you only made it 5 minutes.
Maybe
before you got your first bait.
maybe longer. And then I got sidetracked for some reason.
I don't know. Then I lost interest.
Well,
real
no,
quick.
because when I was overseas,
In Japan.
here we go.
Or is it Japan or is it Japan?
and when I was
Is
in
the J silent
here
or
we
not
go.
silent?
Here we go. It's Viet Cong Adam.
when I was in Japan, some stuff wasn't working. I tried to watch House of Dragon and it wouldn't work, and I was like, oh, let me see if something on Netflix and America's Sweetheart works.
No VPN.
I watched. I
see.
don't. Yeah.
You didn't use Crackum VPN?
Hey, guess what? Didn't use Crack and I'm out there barebacking it in the world, and I don't
You're nuts.
give a.
You're nuts.
You're like,
I
hey,
don't give a. Fuck.
hey, here's a
I don't give a. Fuck.
open.
The conspiracy-
Here's an open Wi-Fi. I'm just gonna hop on this
Hey,
one.
hop on. Who wants to steal my
the-
identity,
it-
bitches?
Jumps up. This is an unsecure network. Are you sure you want to continue? Yep.
Yep. Get out of my way, stupid pop-up.
I don't know where I was going. Oh, where I was gonna say, they even the veteran cheerleaders have to run through the auditioning process.
They all do,
So
yeah.
it's like not everybody is safe. Just because you were on the team last year doesn't mean you're gonna make the team this
Which
year.
I respect that. That's how it has to
Kelsey,
be.
I was gonna cut your ass last year. If you keep that, I don't know, cartwheel up, you're off the goddamn team.
So I'm into episode 3. There's 7 to go. Pretty sure I'll watch episode 4 tonight. So I've been into it. It's been good. But we'll have to dive back into this
I will
after
give,
you guys watch it.
and I will give les fleurs, the flowers. That's French for the flowers. To Netflix, they do good documentaries. I'm not a massive fan of Netflix overall package that they deliver, but they do nail documentaries pretty damn good.
And they're starting to get NFL content, which we all love.
Sure.
Like that, sign me up. I inject that shit, light that shit up on a spoon, get it in a needle, and inject it into my veins.